Previously on Dumbgeons and Dragons.
We welcome all visitors and they can come try their hand at the maze. They will have a difficult time. Large, bright flowers.
Guys, it's so pretty in here.
Makes me think it's probably poison.
You're so cynical. I tell Guacamole to fly above the hedge.
Guacamole flies up and she disappears.
I scream, Guacamole!
You don't hear anything.
Oh my god.
Nice. Cut one of the flowers.
It springs out at you and tries to attack you.
Oh, it tries.
Then my friend Donnie, fire breath.
Great, yeah, Donnie lets loose his fire breath and narrowly missing Thaddeus. It's like, ooh, spicy. And the hedges catch fire.
Would I be able to lightning breath?
A very slight singe appears on these beautiful flowers. And it is the flowers. Thaddeus takes 8 piercing damage, and until he's cured, his hit point maximum is reduced.
Don't fail your rolls, guys. I'm gonna keep going at that one and attack it 2 more times.
You strike into this plant multiple times, and you're like, these plants can take a beating. It's Flameykin's turn. She's like, maybe the pearl is what we need. Maybe if we just hit the same one until it fucking dies.
I was so inspired by Flameykin's idea, so I guess I'm doing, like, vaulting over them with flips with my sword on fire, and I probably just, like, drive it in.
You stab in, and this flower goes up in flames, and the pearl falls from it down onto the ground.
Okay, I pick it up.
And you all kind of cluster together and make it back out and into the sundial room.
If she's out for 12 hours, will she come back to her Jade Serpentine form with me? Or is she just gonna fall from the sky?
She turns into from the Jade Serpentine form, so the Jade Serpentine form lands wherever she lands.
Oh my god, you guys, we're on a clock!
Welcome to Dumbgeons and Dragons. We are a D&D 5th edition actual play podcast, and I'm your Dungeon Master, Russ Moore, and with me today is Amy Moore.
Oh yeah, I am. I've got rum, and I play Thia Amastasia. This is a good combination.
We'll see. Also with us, Carla Johnson.
Hey, I play Nulara Moonbrook. Oh, sorry, we were doing drinks. I have water, and I play Nulara Moonbrook. Because I'm the lame one. I had to make the lame noise.
And Tom Laird.
Oh yeah, I've got ginger ale and I play Flint Firebeard.
We have a good assortment of drinks tonight. It's good. It's really good. Don't know where to...
Well, I mean, we used to talk about snacks a lot.
That's true.
But
That's
now,
true.
I don't think any of us eat while we're doing this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I try to curb the eating. Rust makes
Sometimes
faces.
Tom starts with pudding.
Russ sends death threats when you do that these days.
Not to you guys, because I can edit out your shit. Just Amy. So unless you have like a solidarity pact on snacks, then...
Well,
Which we should have.
I think we do.
You know how sad I would be looking over, watching Carla eat that bacon-flavored popcorn, just like...
Remember that stuff? Okay,
Oh,
we're getting
so
sidetracked already. We're 10 seconds
Oh boy.
in.
Oh boy.
I had cheesecake today, just saying.
Good. Remember when
Wasn't
Tom made
Tom's. It
cheesecake?
wasn't as good
Okay,
as Tom's.
So
stop.
good.
Yeah, okay,
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We're going to try and keep it quick today
Of
and get
course.
right to the game.
Sure we are.
If you like what we do and you want to support us, you can find us on patreon.com/dumbdragoncast.
Yeah, you can hear a little more about how we make Russ's voice do that.
So much of that. All of that.
Oh boy.
Over on patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. And right now we have a fan art contest going on, not just for patrons, because that was a weird segue, but for everybody who listens to the show. So if you submit a piece of fan art by September 30th, you'll be entered to win a sweet custom t-shirt from Pop Culture Wars. I almost said at Pop Culture Wars. This isn't fucking Twitter.
You're just transcribing tweets now.
Yeah,
Yeah. I have Twitter
Actually, just
open.
reading
Just
off Twitter.
read what you tweet, Russ. That's all. Yeah. From Pop Culture Wars, they're into the custom t-shirt business now. So they're showcasing that with us. And we have a very fancy design from our good friend, Matt Garbutt, who we've posted that all over the social medias. So you should have seen it by now.
It's
If you haven't,
amazing. It's so good.
I'll link
It's really good. And also, Matt is like a real artist. You don't have to be a real artist to win our contest. When we say art, we just mean your best attempt at art.
And I'm sure it will be fantastic because it is your representation of the world that we're all building together. Fuck it, guys. Let's play D&D.
Okay.
Look at that.
He was so tricky. He said it so Tom couldn't
I just
interrupt him.
fucking
It
got
was
in
so
there.
good.
I only interrupted him like 2 weeks in a row.
But now he's scared.
Now it's your thing, and I have to watch out for guys like you.
It's not my thing.
It's
My
what his
mother
parents
warned
told
me
him,
about
yeah.
guys like you.
Mothers lock up your sons?
Hey, did you guys remember that we're in a death maze?
Oh, right.
Yes.
I had sort of forgotten until I sent Russ a message earlier about something, and then he was like, I gotta plan some more death maze, and I was like, oh god. We're trying to solve a riddle, and it's not working.
No.
I mean,
think
it's
it's a
working.
riddle.
We're collecting stones, or like precious, I don't know, a pearl isn't a stone, but you know what I mean.
Gems?
Semi-precious
Items.
items. And so that's going great. I don't think any of us have a single clue about like
Guys,
how to move on, but
I listened to everything thinking like maybe
Yeah.
it's really obvious from the outside
Yes.
in,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm
No.
listening to it and
And-
I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is
okay.
going on.
Well,
no idea.
I mean, thank you.
No idea.
I did that too. I totally listened thinking that, I was like, oh, maybe that was been like
Like, we're missing
a
an
couple
obvious
weeks since we
clue.
played. Yeah, like maybe something will spark. And I was listening to it and I was like, nope, still doesn't make any
No, man.
fucking sense.
No, I think it's completely random. I think it's legit a death maze trap. I think we just have to keep going until we get all the stones and something magical will happen. I'll get my fucking owl back.
Easy. Deep
Sorry.
breath.
I got upset re-listening to that episode.
I was
like,
uncomfortable listening to it because I remember seeing your face and then Russ's like stone face next to you.
I know. It's like, am I gonna get it back? Is guacamole just gonna turn back into a jade serpentine and that my little serpentine owl be lost forever? What?
Anywho.
I don't know.
With all
Anywho,
those big questions
all
in
these
mind.
I
answers
guess that
and
was our
more.
recap.
I guess so.
Shit got
Amy's
real,
still-
and now
We
we're
just-
back.
From
Yeah.
weeks ago, Amy's still harboring this.
Well,
so
she
I
probably just
understand.
listened to it like yesterday, right?
Yeah.
It's
It's
true.
fresh.
I did.
Okay. So, if you recall, you had defeated the garden riddle.
Well, if I defeated you mean ran away from, then yes.
Yes, it's true.
I
We did
mean,
steal a pearl before we left.
You managed to
so.
get out, therefore defeated.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, right. And then you ended up back in the sundial room, to which somebody had a great idea that you should go down B, I believe.
Yeah.
Which brought you back to the sundial room. And now the shadows are pointed at. Now I was trying to figure out a better way to do this because I feel like maybe you guys are stuck on like the values of it, but I don't know a better way to do it. So we're just gonna keep going with it. The shadows are pointed at the A, D, and F.
Guys, we haven't been down this way, and I point to the corner, which is F. I don't want to wait in this room any longer. I think we just need to keep going and get through here.
Let's give it a shot.
So hold it.
Oh.
We're going down F. Okay, no, that's fine. We can go down F.
What's F?
we can go down this way. I mean, you said F, so
No,
I assumed you were just saying this
An
like
F as
a
a
fucking
character.
great way to go.
It is. It's an effing great way to go.
Let's get fucked.
Yeah, the fuck room. All right, here we go.
God.
Oh boy, things have taken a turn.
Jesus, Flamykins pops in and it's just fucking aggressive immediately.
Aggressively sexual.
Yeah.
She's like
Either aggressively aggressive or aggressively sexual. She doesn't really do anything part way.
She's really taken the mantle over from Thea
all
on
her
that one.
t-shirts would be really inappropriate.
Well,
Or they'd be
True.
super cute because they would
Alright.
just be pictures of her.
come on.
I guess.
Glass
That's
houses,
true,
we
too.
do sell a t-shirt that has the word fuck on it, so let's not.
Okay. Imagine
Right?
imagine a little green goblin and a door with a label on the door that just said fuck room.
Oh, you got Carla mid-drink. That was great.
I almost died. Oh my god. I want to see that
Carla.
shirt. Can that be our next shirt?
So if you're drawing fan art, a little cute goblin beside a fuck room.
God,
probably be-
hold on. We don't need to know what happens in the room.
Okay,
a
a room-
closed door.
Just a door. Yeah, I don't want to see
The
the
mystery.
room. I don't
The
want to.
mystery.
50
Like-
Shades of Flamikins.
Yeah, I don't want to yuck any goblin yum. She can do whatever she
Oh, yep.
wants, but
Yep.
like,
But I don't want to
need
see what's
it.
inside that fuck
It's-
room.
It can be private.
Also, I think we all have a very good idea of what that room would look like, and I'd be horrified to see it for real. Someone draw that out.
I mean, if somebody drew it, you're still entered in the contest.
It's true.
It may...
Be as explicit as you want, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yep.
you're comfortable
You
with.
do you.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so down the corner way then.
So you carry down, and it takes you roughly minute and a half, and you enter into an area where there's a placid pond that fills the center of this open space. A stout pagoda rises from a huge boulder that stands in the water like an island. An arch bridge crosses the water to the pagoda, whose red roof is held up by 6 sturdy pillars and capped with carved fish. A human male wearing yellow silk robes embroidered with red and gold fish stands in the pagoda. You hear exotic music being played on a stringed instrument. The robed figure bows to you as you enter the area, and he begins to walk into the pagoda and sits down on a boulder where it protrudes from the floor of the pagoda.
Can I look? So you said it's a placid lake that we see, so no movement in the water.
That is
Or you
correct.
said pond.
But it's not Lake Placid.
Oh God, I hope not. If a giant crocodile comes out of here, it's gonna be scary. I start to walk up the bridge to talk to the man in the yellow robes, and I say, "Excuse me, are you able to help us?"
And I'm right behind her and I say, "Hey there, koi boy."
Is he koi?
Well, no, he's
Or
got like
the
koi fish on his...
Yeah.
Do you say ahoy? Koi?
Oh, that's even better. Ahoy, koi boy.
We're a team.
As you step closer to the pagoda, you can see what's inside the pagoda, and you see where normally it would be wood. It's a rock garden of decorative stones and brushed sand. A charcoal pit smolders beside the boulder where the man sits. You ask him, but he does not speak, and just looks like he's patiently staring at you.
If he's a human,
Yep.
Did he react like he just nothing? Flat? No reaction?
He just has a polite smile on, but he's just looking at you, no reaction.
do you understand common?
He doesn't respond to that.
I say that again in Celestial.
That's,
Less
wow.
majestic than I would have
Yeah,
imagined.
not quite how I pictured
But
it.
That's like
sort
a
of
godlike language,
sort of
right?
fish-like, which seems appropriate for the setting.
Right.
He just remains seated on his boulder.
I approach him and I look at the smoldering coals you said were beside him.
Sure. So you've
Do I
stepped
notice?
into the pagoda?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am in the pagoda.
So
I think we're gonna pray. That's what happens in a pagoda. Or we're gonna fight. I'm not sure.
Maybe both.
We're gonna crouch some tigers and hide some dragons.
is it just Thea stepping in, or is anybody else coming?
I'm
with her?
right there with
Where's
her.
everybody?
How big is the pagoda? I know you said 6 pillars holding it up, so it must be pretty big. But
15 feet by 15 feet.
so certainly big enough for all of us.
I clamber up on a stone and sit there.
Yeah, I will enter as well.
As everybody enters the pagoda, the man gives a brief smile and proffers silk cushions to everybody.
That's so nice.
Is he using a silk cushion?
No, he's just seated on the boulder.
Then I refuse his offer. And just
Thea
sit
sits
down.
on the silk cushion.
Like, I'm good. And I just sit down.
Thea gives a little bow as he did to us when we came up, and I sit on my. What color is my silk cushion?
Red with gold embroidery.
Is everyone's that color?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I sit on it. I was gonna trade these with someone if I thought there was a better.
They all appear to be the same fabric. So sorry, Flint was the only one who didn't take a cushion?
Yeah. I'm a dwarf. I'm very used to sitting on stones.
Sure. He looks at you and gives a kind of like a, all right, kind of look.
You'll get
a shrug.
hemorrhoids sitting on cold stone like this. That's what he's thinking inside his.
Well, it seems quite
Okay.
warm. So,
He then waves his hand, and an iron tea kettle rises up from beneath the embers. The kettle resembles a scowling face with thick features.
Do I recognize this face? Can I roll for, like, I don't know. It'd probably be religion?
I'd say probably perception or arcana.
Maybe it's your long-lost mentor Kettleface?
Motherfucker. 3 plus 8, 11.
You look at it and it doesn't jump out to you. Is anybody else intrigued by the kettle as it rises from the embers?
Sure.
14.
19.
Well, you don't recognize it, Thea. Nulara and Flint, you recognize it at what may be a deo.
Deo.
Which
One day
is
sail.
which is an elemental creature. Has to do with earth and stone. The man pours a clear water from a clay jug into the kettle and adds tea leaves to it. He bows to the kettle and appears to show great reverence to the vessel, then lowers his head in meditation. Soon, steam begins to rise from the kettle.
What kind of tea we having?
He appears to be deep in meditation.
Thea does a thing where, like, you look around, like, you're like, looking at the pagoda and the stone and the kettle and...
Like when you're in the doctor's office and you don't have your phone. And you just are like, I've never looked so intensely at a small room before. There's nothing to see in here. I'm reading pamphlets.
Yeah, the weird posters they have about if you have sleep apnea or not.
And you've reread the one poster like 7 times?
Yeah.
And then you're pretty sure you've got sleep apnea because you've read it so many times. I mean, I came in here to talk about my headaches, but I think I may have sleep apnea.
Is anybody else doing anything during this time?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think so.
It's
Like, I'm a
off-putting.
bit gun-shy to, like, do
It's off-putting
stuff.
because he's not talking.
Yes.
I feel like the ball's in his court. Like, we have nothing to say or do. It's like, okay, well, I guess we're literally waiting for water to boil here. And guys, nobody look at the kettle. A watched pot never boils.
That's a good point.
Pretty sure that's what we're waiting for.
I do have this set of dice that we could play an excellent dice game with.
I'm in.
Go for it.
Oh, goodness.
As you begin to start playing your dice game, Flame Mackenzie's like, so how do you play this fucking game?
Oh, and I say, this is the best game ever. You basically
And then the kettle
roll
starts
these
boiling
dice,
and it's like...
and then, too late.
Yeah.
The steam begins to rise and fill the area of the pagoda. Like there's lots of it coming out of this kettle. As you begin talking about this dice game, shooting up from the ground between the pillars, walls of stone enclose the pagoda, which begins to trap the steam inside.
Guys, we're going on a vision quest.
We're hotboxing, y'all.
The man looks up, gives a brief smile, and begins to sink into the boulder. Once he disappears, you see a bright light jump inside the tea kettle. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw
Oh my god.
against poison.
Oh, I can't be poisoned.
And I'm
You're
resistant
fine.
to poison.
I also rolled a 16, though, and plus my con is 3, so that's a 19. I wasted a fucking 19 on something that can't even hurt.
It's all right.
Good.
It's all right. I got a 19 as well.
Copycat.
I have a +4 bonus, though, so it was only a 15.
16.
Does Thaddeus need to roll?
Yeah, everybody's got to roll. Everybody's in there, which they both save. As the walls shoot up with a huge and the man disappears, you breathe deep this steam, and it doesn't feel right. All of you saved, and those that can't be affected by poison aren't affected by poison. But you get the feeling that it is something that is not beneficial to your health, so to speak. And Thaddeus walks over to where the man picked up the tea leaves, who you now know is not a man, but perhaps a Deo himself. And he looks at the tea leaves and he says, well, this This is Drakeswort, and it is potentially lethal to those of us who aren't poison savvy. Roll for initiative.
We're gonna fight Steam.
Are we fighting the teapot?
Yeah, we are. It's 8.
Is it short and stout?
24.
Show me where its handle is. I'm gonna punch it in its spout.
Nulara.
I got a
great
20.
bedtime nursery rhymes.
Right.
Nulara, you're up first.
Okay, I guess. Man.
So you are surrounded in a pagoda with
Steam.
stone walls, poisonous steam filling this room. What do you do?
And it's coming from the kettle.
Coming from the kettle.
Okay.
Fucking murder that kettle,
At the
Nulara.
beginning of your turn, you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I'm so glad I don't have to do that, guys. I'm not trying to be braggy. I just rolled real shitty and be fucking dead.
Do you mean like that 2 I just rolled, which will get me a 4?
I believe it's a
And?
20, Carla? A 2 with a 0?
Yeah, was there a
you're
0 on it?
Right.
Yeah.
So this is where I die, guys.
So as you jump up and are trying to assess your situation, you take 13 poison damage.
Oh, shit. Blap.
So you begin to
Shiplap.
cough and heave
Shiplap.
as you're trying to evaluate what you should do next.
Oh, goodness. But she still gets to do next, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this magical damage or non-magical damage? Is this magic steam or just poison steam? Because I'm resistant if it's non-magical. This is why I'm asking. There's like a mask on my armor.
Yes, it is non-magical. So you would get half of that.
So 7? Do we round up?
6, you round down.
Down.
Round down.
Okay, so I take some poison damage, and then I'm going to... I'm going to use my foot to try and kick the fucking kettle off. Is it floating? It's floating, isn't it?
What's floating?
The kettle?
Sorry, the kettle?
Yeah.
The kettle is sitting in the embers at the moment.
Okay. Then I am going to use my spear to try to, get it out. Because if it stops steaming, it'll stop, infusing the air with poison, right?
That's logic.
Sure.
Take away the heat
So
source.
as you go to lift this, some spills out onto the embers themselves, and you notice that the face of the kettle, you notice it's slightly animated, and make a perception check.
24.
And you notice that its eyes are looking around the pagoda. But you move it off of the embers and place it down. Steam still begins to come out of the kettle.
What else is, sitting around? Just rocks? Just, giant boulders?
There is a single giant boulder, and then the floor is like a rock garden, decorative stones, smaller,
But we have no
Rocks
access
and
to the lake anymore, correct? Because there's stone walls around
You
the walls
are-
of the pagoda?
totally closed off.
In the ceiling, too?
Ceiling has its red roof.
Oh, right.
Then I am going to ready an action, because I still have another one. So I
Sure.
will, do I have to say what that is? I've never readied an action before.
If you
guys.
ready an action, it's an
Exciting.
if and then. So if something happens, then you do something. So you need to set those terms.
If there becomes an enemy I can stab, I want to stab it.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
So
Yeah.
before your next turn, if that happens, you will do that immediately. So it stops everything and you do that action, and then it gets back into initiative order.
Okay.
Donnie.
Oh, this is perfect. Because I was going to ask someone to pee on the thing, but instead I'm going to get Donnie to pee on the thing.
Nice.
I guess, yeah.
This is like an episode 14 throwback when you asked if Donnie could pee on a statue.
Right? Yes.
But this time
Roll
it
for
makes
pee.
this time it makes a little bit more sense because I'm trying to actually do something, not just be a dick. To
Sure,
a
roll to
statue.
pee.
Okay, what's my pee roll?
Make a dexterity roll.
Okay. Hey guys. Donnie rolled a 20 on his pee roll.
Yeah, he did. He unleashes the most glorious of peas.
It's the first time
It
he's
is
peed.
a righteous stream.
Well,
What is it?
It was a 20. A nat 20, so actually a 22. And I just want to remember this is the first time in game that Donnie has peed since he has taken his new form. He's peed on the show, like, weirdly several
More
times.
than anybody else.
More than anyone else.
So,
But,
definitely.
Okay, explain to me how Donnie's pee is so critical.
I don't know. Well, I guess I do know. He's really going to motivate some action here when he pees on that kettle that has the face of the Deo on it. I can't imagine that's going to do nothing.
I can see
So-
the tales are going to tell about it now. And his righteous golden stream shot forth onto the face of the evil Deo.
Okay, so he's peeing on the kettle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
So,
the kettle's off
Don-
the fire now. So I don't need to I
Yeah.
don't care about putting the
Sure.
fire out.
Sure, yeah. Donnie lets forth a righteous stream. And it's like, you know, in Austin Powers, which is our other podcast, Mike Myers movies,
Yep.
how he wakes up from cryo state and just lets forth a righteous stream
The
that
longest
just keeps
pee.
going
Yep.
and going.
And then
And
stops
going.
and everyone thinks he's done.
And then goes.
So now you have the issue of peeing onto a hot kettle and pee steam coming up into the room.
No. Oh, no.
And those that are paying attention to the kettle notice a deeper scowl on the kettle itself.
And the smell of urine just permeating every single inch of...
There's so much urine
It was
in
righteous.
a closed room.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, I was supposed to make Donnie roll a Constitution saving throw as well.
Oh. That is a 12.
Yeah, so he's going to take 11 poison damage. But yeah, then let's forth this stream of pee, and now there's more pee vapor, and there's still poison in the air, but the steam is slowing out of the kettle. Flint, make a Constitution saving throw, bud.
Way ahead of you, Russ. 17.
Donnie looks at Flint and is like, beat that.
So you, sir, are going to take 4 poison damage.
And I'm only going to take 2 of that because
There
I'm
you go.
resistant to poison.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I am going to take my bedroll out of my adventuring pack, quickly open my canteen, douse it with water, and then throw it on top of the pea-covered kettle, thus smothering it with a wet blanket.
Okay,
Our problem-solving skills are amazing.
Okay, so yeah, sure. You don't need to roll anything for that. So you douse your bedroll and throw it on top, and it seems to smother the steam, but there's still steam in the air. Are you doing anything else with your 12 other actions, or are you good for now?
Can I pull out that fan that I was given and waft the steam away from people?
I knew it. I knew that fan would
The
come in
band was
handy.
going to save the day. It was the best
Yep,
solstice
sure.
gift
Yep.
ever.
I mean,
It just keeps coming in handy over and over.
so the entire room is filled with poison steam.
Yeah.
So yes, you can fan away.
It's a pretty big fan, if you recall.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I get it. So you're fanning. So you douse your bedroll, you throw it on top of the kettle, and then you begin just fanning the steam around, which is like when somebody farts and you start
No, I
fanning it.
fan it away
but it-
from people, Russ. Away from people.
There's no windows or anything, though. So where's the steam
there's
going?
6 of you in a 15 by 15 room.
So yeah, there's
He's
lots of
fanning
room for it to go
fanning
away
up.
from us.
Oh my god.
Okay, sure. Yep. Okay, good.
Like I'm in front of Thaddeus, blowing it away from him.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Okay. Yeah, Thaddeus' turn. He's got to make a Constitution saving throw.
See, I don't think he should have to, since the steam is no longer in his face.
He's already taken a big breathful, though, so he's gotta...
Or at least he should get advantage.
You're really...
Oh, he doesn't need
really
advantage.
pushing.
This is a 19.
So he's going to take 4 poison damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to get a turn. Maybe
Should he
if we
cast
were to,
fog cloud and just add fog to this rich tapestry that we got going on?
There's fog, there's
Maybe if,
urine, there's poison.
Maybe if I were to try to break our way out of here, I don't know. That seems like it might be an idea.
Nah.
Nope.
Hang on.
No, I don't
No,
have, I
I
don't
want
have
us
that
to keep
idea.
fighting the kettle.
I don't have that idea.
If only one of us had an axe.
Doesn't ring a bell. I have a ladder that turns
No,
into
he
an
had
axe.
He had a bedroll. He had a bedroll in that moment. He left his axe outside the pagoda.
That's right. All right, I'm seeing a lot of spells for things that aren't going to help break through walls. So,
Nothing that can, like, portal a thing into somewhere else.
Oh, please, if he could have done that, he could have got us into the fucking tower.
That's true. Well,
Maybe a
Thaddeus
weapon.
really doesn't pull his weight when it comes to coming up with plans, because, you know, he's an
Maybe he
NPC.
could ready his action.
what does this pass wall do, Russ?
magic.
Wow, thank you for that.
That's what allows you to pass through walls there, bud. Passage appears at a point
Thaddeus
of
is like,
choice
"Thia."
that you can see on a wooden, plaster, or stone surface, such as a wall, a ceiling, a floor, within range, and lasts for the duration.
Seems like a
Alright.
good choice.
That seems like a pretty good one.
Can more than one person enter
I don't
through
know.
that
He closed
passageway?
it.
Yeah, it looks like you can go through it as long as it's open.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, he will cast pass wall on the wall.
Explain to me how that looks when he casts that spell.
He grabs a pinch of sesame seeds out of his spell component category, which he usually keeps for when he's making stew and various other things. You know, add a little texture into something. And he mutters a few words under his breath, and all of a sudden, there's a fucking hole in the wall.
Does he say open sesame?
That is why there's sesame seeds. I'm 100% convinced. Yeah.
Oh god, that's why it's sesame seeds. That's hilarious.
Open sesame. So a hole is there. Does he take any movement action, or is that what he does?
He might as well make his way out.
Sure. Thea, it's up. It's your turn.
It's
So
up to you.
Steam
You're our only hope.
begins, Steam begins filtering out and up. Yeah.
How close am I to the kettle?
You're within 10 feet of it.
Okay. I go to the kettle and I peer inside.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like a gem or
So-
a stone we need to
So
get
you
in
lift
here.
the bedroll off of it, yes?
Oh,
Because
right.
there's a bedroll on top of it.
Okay, I go
So it's
to...
covered in pee.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Well, okay, first I go over to investigate the coals.
They appear to be burning embers.
Do I see any stones or anything inside the burning embers? No. Why?
Well, I mean, there's stones underneath.
I mean, like any precious gems, like an emerald or a diamond.
You see nothing
Or a
of
ruby.
the sort in the embers.
Okay, I feel like there's something to solve here. I take my I don't know, my scimitar, and I take off the bedroll from the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I look inside the pot.
The top does not remove.
There's no. Oh, what?
It does not come off.
There's a lid to it,
Mm-hmm. Does not come off.
and it doesn't come off.
No.
Why?
It looks at you and scowls more.
I scowl back at it. Fine. I say, hey, Flint, can I borrow your axe?
Sure, yeah. I toss her the axe.
I imagine it's like this. Oh, God.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Did you really have to toss it at me? I think that's...
underhanded to you.
Well, you underhanded. It's probably going to chop off my foot.
Dexterity check, so just a straight dex. So you,
Okay. 11.
yeah, so you stumble with it because you're not. You've never. I don't know if you've ever actually held his axe.
No, I doubt it.
So I mean, the weight of it throws you off a little bit, and you kind of stumble back. What are you doing with his axe?
I want to hit this thing. We haven't actually tried to harm it. Just want to see if all hell breaks loose.
Make an attack roll plus strength. I don't know if you have proficiency with.
I do not have proficiency with it.
No,
You can turn it into a sword if you'd prefer a sword.
Oh, sorry, did you throw your axe or your rod of lordly might? Because that's attuned to you.
Oh, well, then I'll just give her the giant axe.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah,
why
yeah,
she
yeah.
would stumble with it. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
16 plus strength. 18.
Okay, you connect with it. Roll damage. I don't know.
What is the damage for an axe?
Well, it's gonna
That
be-
axe was 2d12 plus 7?
I don't think I get the plus.
No, you don't get.
I don't
You get
Probably
2d12
not,
plus
yeah.
2.
2d12.
It was a real beast.
I rolled a 12
Excellent.
and a 3, so it's 15 plus 2?
Yep.
17.
You heave down with this huge axe and it cracks open, and you see a bright light shoot out of this kettle. The walls immediately drop with a huge and up from the ground rises a huge stone Deo who looks very scowly, not like the man you just saw, who was quite pleasant. And on the
Before
ground,
he tried to kill us.
Right?
and on the ground in the kettle is, in fact, a jade gemstone
Can I grab
sitting in the rubble of the teapot. Not before you're going to get swung at by a big Deo.
But I get to stab it first, right?
it? Yeah, you do!
You sure do. So,
Way to have your
rising
action
up
ready.
from the ground, more or less in front of you, because it's not a huge area, yeah, you can strike out at the Deo.
I imagine, does Thaddeus turn around when the walls come down like, well,
Spell slot.
like, oh, God, fuck.
That's a 15.
It glances off its arm and does not do any damage.
Seems legit. It is a
Damn.
giant stone elemental.
And I yell, sorry, you guys, I had to.
And the Deo, with this scowl on, swings at you with its maul twicely.
Swings at me?
Yeah,
Damn
because
it.
you broke its thing. First one for a 12.
No.
Second one for an 18.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sound effects with that maul.
Yeah. I'm trying to just keep the action going here. It's 28 bludgeoning damage.
Son of a bitch.
Jesus.
Hey there! I'm your Dungeon Master Russ Moore. Thank you for joining us for episode 51 of Dumbgeons and Dragons. Come for the maze, stay for the tea. We want you to enter to win one of 2 limited edition custom t-shirts from Pop Culture Wars with a lovely design by Matt Garbutt. All you gotta do is submit a piece of Dumbgeons and Dragons fan art to social media, which is Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram are the ones that I look at, using the hashtag DumbDragonFart, or just tag us, that's fine too. So go pick a scene, a character, an NPC, a fern from Lady Silverhand's office, and get creating. It doesn't have to be up to the Louvre standards. It just has to speak to you. And we want you to win, so let's see it. Once you're done that, check out all the designs at popculturewars.com. That's with a Z or a Z. Then save yourself 10% off your next order by entering the discount code DUMBDRAGON at checkout. Pop Culture Wars is an emerging store run by a great group of people whose passion is providing awesome gear to help bring you closer to your heroes with a range of creative, hilarious designs and custom apparel system that lets you put what you want onto a shirt, hoodie, or tank top. Pop Culture Wars has got everything you need. Not only that, but they've got all the latest news on your favorite shows, movies, and pop culture content. Pop Culture Wars with a Z or a Z really has everything you could ever need condensed into one convenient place. Check them out at popculturewars.com, where you can find all the details and all of their social media links to follow along with the best in pop culture. Life is always better with pop culture. If you're liking what we're doing and you want to help make Dungeons & Dragons better with each episode, then check us out on Patreon. Patrons have access to tons of cool stuff like monthly bonus episodes, a monthly Goog Hang, character sheets, naming of NPCs, and so much more. Plus, with our Patreon support, we've been able to get our bookings in for PodCon 2 in Seattle in January. Can't wait for that. If you're going to be there, let us know because we want to meet you. Check out all the details at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. Another way you can support the show is to talk about us and share the show on social media or when the commercials are playing on your favorite TV shows. Who watches TV commercials anymore? All of our social media links and more about us and the show can be found at dumbdragons.com. So go check out the website and join, follow, or like where you can today. And thanks to Sirenscape for some of the amazing atmosphere in this episode. Make sure you check them out at sirenscape.com to bring your games to life. Links for everything mentioned today can be found in the description below. The next episode will be out Wednesday, September 5th, and it's high time we get back to this episode. Have a great week. We'll talk soon.
Sorry, 28?
28 bludgeoning damage from
God.
this Dale. And this is
I'm
like
pretty sure he said 2.8.
This is a large elemental. So he stands, seems like 5 or 8 feet taller than you. Like, he is huge. Flamykins is up next. And she's like, well, fuck, that's weird as shit, guys.
I mean, I did bring it on myself.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna try and cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. Oh, ground, do what you gotta do. And I hold this hand sculpted thing, and a 5-foot square right beside the Dale, you can see a medium hand made from compacted soil and stone rises and reaches for the creature. And it must make a strength saving throw.
I bet it's pretty strong.
It probably
Not
has really
strong
bad
enough.
strength, guys.
Didn't roll really well. That's a 10, which I think fails. It sure does. So it's going to take 2d6 bludgeoning damage and be restrained.
Oh, yeah. Restraint is good.
So that's going to be
In others.
9 bludgeoning damage. Okay. And then it is back to Nulara.
Sweet. I am going to use a bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike. That only means something happens if I then hit this creature with my attack. So I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
With my sword.
Yep.
That is a 25.
That will hit. And you have advantage because it's restrained. So even if it didn't.
So 14. That is 20 damage. Oh,
Yeah.
and then something else happens with that spell.
Okay.
Are you going to tell us what it is?
I like that
Did I
this is
tell
all
you?
broken down into stages.
Hey, I'm trying new things. I'm readying
No, I like it.
actions. I'm
It's good.
casting bonus actions. It's like I'm actually trying to play Dungeons and Dragons, you guys. It's crazy.
You're nailing
I
it.
love
I
it.
like it.
I love it.
Oh. Well,
Does it get locked in place?
now he's restrained. he already
Yay!
was.
Double restrained?
But he's double secret restrained.
So does he have
Double
to...
restrained.
w-
Okay, he's
does
got
he
to
have to
break
roll
out.
twice to break out?
Sorry, is there any? It just happens if on a strike, or is there any saving throw for it?
He has to succeed on a strength saving throw.
Immediately or on his turn?
I think next time, writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends.
So that's going to be a 15, which would be your spell save against your spell save DC, top
Yep.
of your spells page.
Yep. 15.
So he's still restrained. But
well,
there's
Just
just
not by you.
there's
not-
vines
not
going
double
around.
restrained.
Yeah, not double.
There were
restrained.
some vines that appeared and then shriveled away when he flexed, I guess. But that's okay.
Calf
I still
muscles
get to
were just
attack
too
him
much.
again, so all isn't lost. Just was.
Is it just on a single attack, or is it like a duration effect?
I think it is just
What was the spell? Sorry.
Ensnaring Strike.
Bonus action, concentration, up to a minute. So you can keep going on it as long as you're concentrating on it. So just not casting another concentration spell. So every attack you make will have that effect as well.
Okay, well, he'll just get smothered in vines by the end, worst case. He'll just be surrounded by them. That is a 20 on my second attack. So that is 7 plus 6 is 13 damage.
The ensnaring strike is a 13 this time.
Oh, so then he's double secret restrained.
Double secret restraint.
He's got some vines on him, too.
All right.
Donnie is going to go. Donnie, I can't remember if he recharged, so I'll roll, because I didn't write it down. I mean, I did, but it's like 4 pages back in notes, so
Sure.
he's going to... He rolled a 6, so he redid it anyway. He is going to go with Weakening Breath.
Okay.
I sounded confident, right?
I
I feel
Really
like
confident.
I feel like fire isn't the best bet against this stone guy. That's all I was thinking.
Well, yeah, weaken him.
He has to succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or have disadvantage on strength-based attack rolls. strength checks and strength savings throws for 1 minute.
That's it. That's a natural 20.
Whoa. Okay. I
Fuck.
note all that. Jesus.
Well, I tried.
So Donnie lets forth his weakening breath. What does his weakening breath look like?
It's just like, it's like wavy way back lines, but straight. Like, woo, 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 woo. You know the ones. Wavy lines.
So as the Deo is pulling at the ground and the vines that are holding it down, it's like fighting against these wavy lines now, but manages to fight those off. Flint, you're up. You have advantage on attacks.
Well, in that case, I might as well attack.
Otherwise, you were going to try some
I was just gonna
diplomacy, like
Interpret.
I was
normal.
gonna wet some more blankets and throw them on top of them. So I thought
You're
it was a
not
good
as strong
idea,
as you
guys.
think
All
you
right,
are.
I thought it was a good idea. First one is a 22, so that should hit.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you being all sassy about it there, Russ? That is 9 plus... What do I add again here? 7? There we go. 16 damage on the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 22 on the second one, so we'll roll more damage. That's 7 plus 7, so that's 14. And a 19 on the third attack.
So that still hits.
And a full 10 plus 7 is 17.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so stone begins to chip off of its exterior as you're hacking at
Damn right it
the
does.
Deo. Thaddeus is up.
And slightly out of the pagoda.
Flint, are you staying in position? Are you moving? Or I guess you don't want to move.
I mean, I might as well just stay where I am.
Yeah, sure. Thaddeus hasn't noticed that anything is happening yet.
Is he facing, looking out like, I got us out
I
there,
did
guys?
this.
Taking
And
deep
behind
He's just
breaths.
enjoying a big, deep breath of fresh air.
Yeah, so excited he's not breathing the pea air anymore.
He is going to throw some magic missiles back in through his open doorway.
Sure.
And
There is
go
no
for that
open
guy.
doorway. It's
Yeah, there's no
Well,
walls.
yeah, I
no
guess not
walls.
anymore, yeah. Way
But
to
where the
ruin my
doorway
fun.
was.
yeah.
Thanks
Where
for
the
ruining my
doorway
fun.
was. Yep.
And I thought you were supposed to be the wet blanket.
No,
Turns out
I blame
you're-
Russ for ruining my fun.
Oh,
Always.
Russ is the wet blanket.
Yeah.
True. Snake.
He rolled a 19 before any bonuses, so I'm pretty sure he's good.
Yeah, you're fine. Sorry, what is he doing? Magic missile
missile.
just hits, dude.
Oh,
Just
right.
hits.
We
Oh,
discussed
yeah,
that
it's-
last time.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 and 4 is 7, and 2 is 9 damage.
Yeah. Take it.
Yep.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Thia is going to cast Eldritch Blast. And so it says ranged spell attack, I have to roll, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But you have
With
advantage.
advantage.
I do. Thank God. You know I need it. That's an 11 plus 8, 19.
With advantage.
Yeah, you might get a crit
19
on your next
doesn't
one.
hit. Oh, you're right, I might.
I'm just saying.
Always
I
roll.
didn't.
Advantage.
Always roll
16.
both if you have the option.
Not 16.
19 is your high, so that hits.
Okay, so I'm going to create three crackling energy streaks, and I'm going to aim it right into the middle of this big rocky bastard. And he's going to get 3d10 force damage.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. Where's my dice? You do me right, dice. Come on. Oh, you did me right. Okay, the 9 and 9 is 18, plus 2 is 20.
There you go.
Nice.
20 damage?
20 damage.
Wow.
Right?
You did damage.
I did damage.
You done good.
And that, you know what that was? That was a cantrip. No spell slots wasted.
Eldritch Blast is an awesome one.
It really is. I'm really happy that I chose that.
It's good because it like levels up as you level, which is wicked sauce.
It does. Next time at 17th level, I get 4 beams.
Yeah, you
and
do.
I can direct them all at one or all at different targets if
Ooh,
I
that's
want.
fun.
So, rocks are shooting off of it, and then as that happens, you...
Oh, hold on. I also sneak down and I pick up the gem. Because you didn't let me last
I
time.
didn't, because your turn was over.
Well, yeah, I sneakily pick it up and pocket it.
The ground beneath the Deo begins to create a wave, and it moves out, and he gets sucked into it and up right in front of Thea,
Guys,
Tricky escaping.
and swings his maul down for a 25 and a 26 to attack.
I'm gonna die.
You got this. You're fine.
How can he do that if he was restrained?
He sucks back into the earth out of the vines.
He's no longer he went underneath and moved all the ground, so Maximilian's earthen grasp was and the vines disappeared.
Seems shady.
Magic. First one is 16 bludgeoning damage. Second one is 26 bludgeoning damage as the maul crunches down once and then crunches down again. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh my god.
Guys, I'm at 16 hit points. This ain't good. 12. 13.
You are knocked prone.
I want to use my inspiration to reroll.
I mean, you're supposed to do that before I tell you whether you do it, but I'll let you do
sorry.
it. That's fine.
I knew it wasn't going to be good.
Well, then you always use your inspiration.
Are you speaking Celestial to Russ right now?
21. 21.
Okay, so you're not knocked prone.
But you almost were.
But you took 2 huge crunches. The Deo glides 20 feet to the edge of this this island that's in this pool here. And it's Flameykin's turn.
Guys, I'm dying.
Stones are not my forte,
Don't let
being
him
a
get away.
pirate.
Don't let him get away, Flamekins.
Don't let him get away. Okay, well, I can cast a big gust of wind. What do we think about that?
Do what you gotta do, girl.
Gonna fucking try it. Okay? I don't know if it's gonna... Hold on. Is that gonna be good? Yeah, sure. Ooh, that's not gonna be good. Okay, harmless. You create a harmless sensory effect using air, such as causing leaves to rustle. Maybe I won't do that, guys.
But those leaves could be real scary.
Rustling leaves. I'm out of 3rd level spell slot, so that's not going to be good.
Flamekins, can
I don't know. Fuck yeah. But
can
no.
you throw something at him? Do you have a sword?
I'm
do you have
gonna-
some arrows?
Oh, yeah, I got arrows.
Fuck. Sometimes it's not all about magic, Flamekins.
Shoot! I'm gonna shoot my light crossbow at it. That's gonna be 19. That'll hit. 1d8 plus 2. For 10 piercing damage.
You're doing it all in Flamekins' voice.
That's
This is
good. It's
Very
real good.
interesting.
Yeah.
She is in game and out of game.
I
She's
know.
everywhere.
I don't even know where
Possibly.
Russ stops and Flamekins begins.
Right.
I love that you say Flamekins.
That's just how I like to say it.
The crossbow bolt wedges into a cracked joint that was created by Flint's hammering, and it shoots off a huge stone off this thing's side. Nulara.
How far away is it from me? Oh, I guess it can't be that far. It's 20.
20 feet tops.
Well, then I'm gonna go and stab it.
Do it. Stab it. Kill it for me, Nulara.
19.
Mm-hmm.
18 damage.
Tell me what happens when you kill the Deo.
I think that I saw where Flameykin's that there was a spot, a weakening spot. So that is where I aim with the Dragon Slayer. So I guess I stab him in the kidney.
Yeah, you
The
take
kidney
a running,
stone. There's some kind of joke here, guys.
there we go.
Ah, yes.
So you take a running start at this, and we'll say it sees you coming and begins to swing its maul, but you slide underneath and just jab in with your sword, and then it looks down at you with a deep, hurt scowl, and then explodes. Rock dust everywhere, raining down along the pagoda island.
I slow clap and I reach into my bag and I take ruby dust between my fingers and put it on my cheeks and mutter an incantation.
What's
and
the
I heal.
incantation? Everybody's muttering lots of things. What's the incantation?
This fucking hurts. and I heal 70 hit points.
70? What the fuck did
70.
you use?
I used a 6th level spell called Heal, where I choose a creature and a surge of positive energy washes through me, causing me to regain 70 hit points. It also ends blindness, deafness, and any other diseases affected by the target.
Well, I mean, you could have been blinded. There were some big, heavy hits.
I stand up and I brush myself off, like, kind of embarrassed.
Flamekins is
died.
like, well, that was shitty. Okay, let's go. And you see the doorway open up, leading into a pathway beyond this area that you're in.
I reach into my pocket and I take out what kind of stone was it again?
Jade gemstone.
Oh, and I have like a little oh, and I put it back in my pocket. Because Jade, my serpentine, my owl.
Get it together, Thea.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
We gotta get out of here to get your owl back.
Jesus.
So you begin walking down the pathway and you enter back into the sundial room, where the sundial shadows are remaining to be pointed at A, D, and F.
Holy fuck. We're gonna be in here forever.
We've just talked about the contest for over a minute now. You said you didn't want to do that.
That's exactly where I wanted to stop it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Amy, way to call attention to
Didn't
it.
you hear the nice wrap up? We all build together. You didn't want to
And
stop and talk about it.
Whoa.
oh boy,
Hey,
oh boy.
I said that so that none of us would like jump in with like even more awesome things to say because we love to say things about things.
We do.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll talk.
Oh,
about
you should
it
listen
in
to
the
our other
interlude.
podcast, saying things about things.
This is not tea, guys. This is where the fuck did the thing go? Shit. Where's all my dice that I gotta roll?
Borrow some of mine. They don't roll real
No,
well.
I
Yeah,
don't
they're
want
real
this.
good.
I don't
Yeah,
want
use
your
Amy's.
dice.
Use Amy's when you attack us.
Russ, just use Amy's.
You should
You
use
can use
Amy's.
mine.
They're
Just use
lucky.
Amy's,
Where
Russ.
my dice go?
Oh,
Amy hid them on you, so you'd have to use hers.
So, is he bigger or smaller than Ben Grimm? What's his name, right?
It's a good
Ben
question.
Grimm?
Yep.
I don't actually know how tall he is. I just wanted to say a comic book thing.
Oh.
How'd I do? Tom, did I get it right?
Yeah, you totally got it right. His name is Ben Grimm.
Oh, the thing. I get
Come on, Russ.
It's a giant
Jeez.
rock,
I
man,
missed it.
dude.
I missed it. I was busy destroying Thea over here. Couldn't remember if it was 13 or 16.
Yeah,
Ah. Did you break my chair?
No, I broke my arm.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It's not the chair.
Please tell me the chair's okay.
Not the IKEA chair. I put together one of these backwards the first time. Almost threw it through the fucking window. I was so
Then
mad.
I did the rest, I think. So.
Yeah. It's real mad. Guys, I'm out of rum.
And getting so kind of surly. I like
Yeah,
it.
I mean a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm down with it.
Russ is
I need a
a wet
second
blanket.
Let's go. And you see an opening open up. That's a terrible way to describe that.